If you need an indicator of just how hard the job market is right now, consider that it is statistically harder to get a job at Dutch Bros than it is to get into Harvard. Over 780,000 people applied for Dutch Bros jobs last year when there were only 19,000 openings. That's about a 2.4% acceptance rate compared to Harvard's 4.2%.
The painful part is that because of the AI increased improvements and because of the freelancers that we have, we currently don't see enough work to be done. And I also think that in the future, because more and more is being done with AI, we also don't really see how we can progress from this further, to continue from this further. So I'm sorry to say, but I'm afraid we don't see the role anymore the way we saw it. So I'm very sorry for this. Please don't take it on a personal level. It's
one thing I've noticed, everybody hates their job right now. Like, I don't know if there's ever been a time where people have just unanimously hated their jobs, the amount that everybody hates their jobs right now. I know it's been common over the course of human history. Oh, jobs. Oh, my boss. I really don't think anyone is happy right now. I've spoken to people in all different kinds of work with all different kinds of job titles that work for all different kinds of organizations and government entities. Literally nobody's happy. And maybe I'm just in the wrong circles. Maybe I should be hanging out with a bunch of people that are running sweatshops and they're crushing it right now. I don't know. But what I do know is that literally everybody I talk to hates their job. It is not a good indication when the people that are not pursuing their dreams aren't satisfied and the people that are pursuing their dreams also aren't satisfied. One of those two groups of people needs to be doing okay. Like, I really don't think I've spoken to anyone that is just like, yeah, I love it. Everything's great right now. I'm super fulfilled and I get paid well and my company treats me well and I'm really blah, blah, blah. I haven't met one person like that. And if you are one of those people, screw you.
I just got rejected from Walmart as a cashier. I have a degree. I went to university for 4 years to get a job. You're telling me I went to university for 4 years to get a bachelor's degree, and I was like, you know what? No, let me get a master's degree. So let me spend 2 more years and pay more money out of pocket. And I can't find a single job that is willing to accept me after all the time and investment that I put into stupid school just to not get paid a singular dime because Walmart doesn't want to accept me as a cashier even though I have a master's degree. Are you kidding me? What is happening with the job market? I have applied to over 500 places. 500 places. That's more than 5 places a day for the past 100 days. I have been applying every single day and no one is accepting me. What is wrong with this job market? How are you guys making money? I need someone to spill me the sauce on how you guys are making money online, because if I wasn't doing UGC for brands on SideShift, I would genuinely be crumbling in the $100,000 worth of debt that I am in. Please, somebody help me. I am begging for your help.
Hey YouTube, everywhere you look online, people are saying the job market feels way different now and it's getting much harder to even explain what's going on right now. People with jobs can't find jobs no matter how hard they try, and everyone who has a job completely hates it. In this video, we're breaking down what people are actually experiencing through watching a bunch of TikToks that show the real stories.
The job market is horrible right now. And I come to that conclusion from a little bit of a different perspective because I've been an employment law attorney for the last 15 years, which means on a weekly basis, I speak with dozens of people who have been fired or laid off. Some of these people are really good workers, some are not. So all different ends of the spectrum. And these days, what I notice from talking to people, right? This isn't based on just data, which we can all access, but talking to people, they're not bouncing back as fast as they used to into new jobs. Many of these people have been unemployed for a long period of time, months, even years. And not only that, but also mindsets. People are just in really bad places, not thinking they're gonna get a job, incredibly disillusioned. So mindset is such a big piece too. So of course I hope this changes, but based on everything I'm seeing, talking to people on a daily basis, it's not good, and I just don't see it getting better anytime soon.
Bro, what in the hell is going on with the job market right now? Man, do y'all know that 8 out of 10 Americans are struggling to even stay motivated while applying for jobs? But not even because they're lazy. It's because people are applying to dozens of jobs and they're not hearing nothing back. You know how many welding jobs I applied to and heard nothing back from? I'm blessed enough to have a job, but if I didn't, this would be extremely worrisome. There's people out here who said they have been searching for a job for 6 months straight. That's bizarre. Others said they stopped searching a while ago because all the rejection started to affect their mental health. And this right here is the part that nobody's talking about. Y'all seeing these ghost jobs everywhere too, right? It's applications everywhere, but nobody's being hired. Meanwhile, these big corporate companies keep talking about AI replacing jobs while regular people sitting down applying stressed. They're overwhelmed and they're wondering how they're going to survive. 1 in every 5 people in the survey I found literally said they need mental health support when they're searching for jobs. That's crazy. So at what point can we finally admit that the job market is starting to become impossible for the regular everyday person?
I haven't been able to get a full-time job since graduating from college. And I don't even care if that's embarrassing because the interview I just had, right, it's one of the first I've been able to get in months, all right? I'm hitting the 500 level of people I've reached out to, applications, cold calling, emails. Like my 9 to 5 is trying to get a job and I'm really trying. Like the beginning of the interview is fine and then we get halfway through and the guy says, oh, by the way, the position that you're interviewing for that you want doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, what is? And he tells me, and it's something I haven't done, but I'm not like opposed to because I literally will take anything at this point. And this interview was going on really long, like hitting the hour, and like I haven't been able to ask questions yet. And then I finally get around to start asking some questions, and I'm like, what is the pay? And he's like, so probably around 35 to 36 annually with a 2 or 3 year contract. Like, what about relocation? Like, do you guys help with that? Oh, no, we don't do that. Okay. And I asked like, well, are there opportunities to like get a pay increase and stuff, And he's like, well, you could work overtime. This is for a job in a tourist town in Florida. What do you want me to do with $16 an hour and go get rent and move myself there at the same time? Anyways, I'm just so defeated and I don't even give a shit if this is like embarrassing for me to post because I'm so over it. Like I'm so upset. Like I feel like my college degree is worthless. I should have never gone into journalism. Like it's just stupid and I'm upset. And like I hope that if anybody else is going through this, like you're not alone. Like it's heartbreaking. Like it takes a toll on you.
Why do y'all be playing with these damn job interviews? Like, I'm not understanding. Why the fuck is y'all wasting people's time? Story time. I just had a job interview probably like a couple of days ago, whatever, and she had got me so heated. It was at Bath and Body Works. I had just needed like a second job or whatever, just to have a little bit of extra money. So I had went there, did the interview, talked to the lady, everything, and then she had this Then, she was giving me what I wanted to give. Oh, yes, that's good. That's amazing. Talk about this. Why you want to work here? No. All the questions I answered correctly. Then she said, girl, you did amazing. So I said, oh, I'm in the bag then. So tell me why I called the next day prior to my interview. I called her and I said, I was just checking on my application to see if everything was okay. Oh, you didn't pass the interview. How the fuck I didn't pass the interview? You let me sit up there and waste my motherfucking time? You made me waste my time. Bitch, my interview was at 9 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, I could have slept, So then I was like, why I didn't pass my interview? She said I was overqualified. What the fuck does that even fucking mean? Over fucking qualified.
I just got denied from Walmart. I applied to be one of those goons that runs around and picks up the carts, and I got rejected. I graduated high school with my associate's degree. I was dual enrolled. I'm almost finished with my bachelor's. I've already been accepted to grad school, and I got denied at a job at Walmart. Growing up, every single adult is telling me, go to college, get your education. You will get hired. Those employers, oh my God, they're going to snatch you right up. You get that degree. But now I can't get a job at Walmart. So tell me, am I being fucking pranked right now, or have we just been lied to this entire time? Because it seems like the job market or the system isn't really working the way that it's supposed to. I don't even know why I'm subjecting myself to this. I don't even want to work at Walmart, bro. I just thought, I'd try and get a real job because everybody's been telling me that's what you should do. Honestly, I might have to go full-time on side shift and just keep making money making TikTok videos for brands because you can't get rejected doing that. If you have a better way to make money, please, I'd love to hear it because I swear trying to get a job right now is just a straight humiliation ritual.
The job market is terrible. No one can find work, and I just paid $6.29 a gallon for gas, but I have a $7 matcha that's going to make it all better. Let's talk about it. I have had 6 interviews in the past month. I have had 7 interviews in the past month and a half. I got invited to do a second interview by 3 agencies. They have all 3 rejected me. I'm about to graduate with my master's in HR management and employment law in May, and I have no job prospects. I have been putting out my application like crazy, and honestly, this job market has been so tough for the past 2 years because I honestly believe that companies and agencies have been preparing since 2024 for this presidency. I do not think that I can continue to make it in Los Angeles as much as I have tried. I'm from the Valley. I can't continue to live in the Valley. It is ridiculously expensive, and I'm gonna have to make a really hard decision in the next few weeks of what I'm gonna do with my life. But when people talk about how bad the job market is, it's terrible. For one of the jobs, I even had to do a project, and the hourly rate was $28. And I asked them for more because I can't live off of $28 if I'm going to be commuting and moving my car, like using my car and all those things. Like, that is not a living wage in the state of California. So no one wants to pay, and it's not that people don't want to work, it's just we want to work for a living wage. But this economy is
One of the biggest things people are noticing right now is that entry-level jobs just don't feel entry-level anymore. Like, people go looking for jobs that are supposed to be beginner positions, and somehow the listing wants years of experience, niche software knowledge, and a resume that looks already established. And that's where a lot of the frustration starts, because if jobs are meant for beginners, why do they expect you to be experienced? Where are people supposed to start? That's why so many grads and people trying to switch careers right now feel stuck. They did the degree, they built the skills, they're applying, and they're still running into a wall. The normal path used to be simple: get in somewhere, learn on the job, build experience, move up, but a lot of people feel like that first opportunity is getting harder and harder to access.
So I work in payroll. This is a real life example of how big wage gaps are in America right now. This is a real example. There's an employee that make $8 an hour, which is fucking criminal. That means their 2-week paycheck, $640. Their annual salary, $16,000. Another employee, $30 an hour, 2-week paycheck, $2,400, annual salary, $62,000. The CEO makes $1.3 million. That means every fucking 2 weeks, they make $50,000. Do the math, they make $625 an hour. So the CEO makes what this person makes in a year in 3 days. The CEO makes what this person makes in a year in 12 days. It would take this guy 2.5 years to make one of their paychecks. It will take this person 10 months to make one of their paychecks. That's America. This guy's dirt fucking poor. Paycheck to paycheck. Fuck you.
Bro, America's workforce might actually be collapsing mentally right in front of us. They said there are new reports out saying that 2/3 of the United States admitted to using things like alcohol, cannabis, or unprescribed pills to deal with the stress that's going on at work. And what really caught my attention is Gen Z reportedly had some of the highest numbers. And most of them admitted to using whatever they had at work. Then it gets even deeper. Over half of our workers said they experienced things like anxiety or panic attack symptoms at work. And then more than half of them admitted they literally cried because of the stress at work. Are we starting to see a pattern here? And a lot of people are blaming burnout, low pay, feeling unsupported, and the feeling that AI could take their job in the next couple of years. I see what people are saying when they say society feel cooked. Everybody's exhausted, mentally drained, and trying to survive however they can. But what are y'all opinions? Is work culture becoming unhealthy in America? Let me know.
it's going to get to the point, if this doesn't slow down, that it's going to be unaffordable and unincentivized to drive to work. And you have essential workers who are spending $100 on a tank of gas, $50 on a tank, more than they're used to. And I don't want to hear you say, oh, well then just get a better job. They already have the better job. They're already the ones making $40+ an hour. How are people on 2015 doing this?
So sick of hearing how amazing this economy is doing when it's just not. I lost my job last year. I've been looking for a new job since then. Still have yet to find anything. My husband, guess what happened today? He got laid off. Great. Nothing says thriving economy like 2 working professionals with degrees that both just lost their jobs within the past year. We're not alone. There was 21.2 million layoffs last year. This is layoffs, not including people that were fired, not including people that quit, just layoffs. 21.2 million last year. That is a record high since the pandemic, where restaurants and businesses had to lay everyone off because they were closing. Just in January of this year alone, there were 100,000 layoffs. That is a record high for monthly layoffs since the 2009 recession. We have millions of Americans losing their jobs. Meanwhile, the companies are reporting record-breaking profits. How the hell does that work? They want to talk about the economy's thriving. Meanwhile, gas is on the rise. Food's on the rise. Everything is on the rise. Fucking ground beef was $6.99 a pound at the grocery store. Ground beef. It was $3.99 a few years ago. On average, families saw a 15% increase in their grocery store bills last year. What? And thanks to these fucking data centers, Virginians get to watch their electric bill double this year. The economy is doing so well. Okay, then explain to me how my household has 2 professionals with college degrees that are currently unemployed and can't find jobs. Explain that to me. And before anyone says anything smart, my job is not a face-fronting job. People do not see my face. My hair does not matter. So now my husband and I have to decide what we need to cut when we've already cut so much, because we need to grow basically to our emergency fund, because at this point we only have my TikTok income to support our family. And that's fucking terrifying. And I know that we are just one family out of millions of families that have been affected by this administration, but I am so incredibly sick of hearing how amazing the economy is doing when I look around my community and everything points to the exact opposite. We are struggling. People are struggling to pay their bills. People are trying to decide if they need to turn off the heat or pay for food. It should be an embarrassment that they're claiming that the economy is thriving. Meanwhile, 21.2 million Americans just lost their job last year and we're projected to have way more this year. It really is just sinking in that this is the only source of income that I have to support my family right now. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna be sick. Holy shit.
Bro, you just gotta work more, bro. On my mama, bro. You just gotta work more. I'm telling you, bro. All you gotta do is just work more. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem right there. You telling me is no other solution. You telling me they can't lower the prices? Just only raise them bitches. You telling me it ain't no other solution? Gotta work my life away. Instead of just working my cool little 40 ball. Having the rest of those days off when I do get off work. And having my 2 off days off. I gotta come in on a Saturday. Instead of working the 7 to goddamn 3:30, I gotta work a 7 to 6. And then when you say fuck it, start working 70 hours a week, you know what they're gonna do? You know, you could, because it always happened to you, right? You know what they're gonna do? Raise prices even fucking higher, nigga. They don't you see? It's like it's no winning for losing. So you finna work, and rent 2 bands. Pet fee $800. You can't even go buy a used car without spending 20 of them things, boy. 130,000 miles on that bitch. Scratches and dents on a fucking car, nigga. 20 G, boy, you paying $400 a month, boy, for a fucking doom buggy. I'm my mama. from a used car from Fortnite, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? You talking about all you gotta do is work, but I slap your ass in your face.
And that connects to another problem people talk about constantly. Needing experience to get experience. Because that's honestly what the process feels like for a lot of applicants right now. They're applying for roles that they should get easily and still getting nowhere. Jobs tied to their degree, their background, and their skills filtered out. Even internships and junior roles feel way more competitive than people would expect. And after a while, it starts to feel like companies just don't want capable people. They want people who already come in fully built, which creates this weird loop where everyone's trying to gain experience, but the opportunities that actually give you the experience are harder to break into. That's a huge reason why many people feel like they're doing everything right, but still not getting traction.
You want to know what pisses me off more than anything else? It's the fact that we work 5 days a week just to have like 2 days off. We wait the whole week, like fucking miserable, working long hours, long days, being around the people we hate the most, just to have a couple of days off that don't even feel like real. I seen something a while back ago that really hit me in a way that I do not like, but it's that we spend more time at work with employees or whomever more than we do with the people that we love the most, our families, or our significant other or whoever. And that's just insane. Like, I feel like we never get to spend time with friends or family or whoever, because like we are just constantly working every single day.
And I've talked about this before, but can we talk about how hard it is to get jobs now? Like, I've been on a 5-month job search because I got fired from my last job like about November, December. So I've been trying to get a new job. And it's literally been hell. Like, why am I doing a 30, 40 assessment to get a job? Why? Like, I'm taking a test to get a job? Like, why is that a thing? I never understood. You got to take it. And then the test be the same questions in like the same rotation. Like, it's just a pointless assessment. But then it's required too, so it's like if they basically saying either you're gonna take this test or you're not going to be considered to even get the job. Like, that's bogus. And then you call places, the hiring manager is never there. Oh yeah, he ain't here today, he'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, she here today, she'll be here tomorrow. Like, what's up for real? Then the other day I got hired at FedEx and they ghosted me. I didn't get the background and everything. Called up there Friday 3 times, called up there yesterday 3 times, nothing. They didn't answer. Like, what's really going on with these jobs? It's getting on my nerves. It's so irritating. Like, we gotta really do better for real, because there's just no way. And then they be swearing they hiring too. They be swearing, oh yeah, on their little websites, oh yeah, we're hiring, and you try to get on, dead end.
I am trying my hardest to get ready for work, and for some reason, God, I'll probably be embarrassed about this later, but whatever. I cannot stop crying. Like, I cannot stop. It just keeps coming out of nowhere. That's crazy. It started when I was in the bathroom earlier, just putting on my moisturizer, and I think a thought dawned on me that, I realized my age, and I realized that I was getting ready for this job. And then I also thought about how many years of schooling and education and classes and training and money and moving and investing and losing that I've had to put in as a performer and as an actor in my life. It's been 16 years as of this year. And fuck. I think there's something about this moment that just feels like going to work feels so wrong. And I've never felt like this before. I've never felt it this strong. Like, and to give a little bit of background, like, this year has been off to a decent start. I'm very, very grateful that I've auditioned for a lot of things and even have some cool stuff, to look forward to be seen for. And I'm grateful for everything. But whatever that in between is, whatever that like last leg is before you actually get to go full time in your career, it feels like hell. Because it's like all this like skill and talent and passion just sitting in me, and I'm stuck at a place that literally, I could not, and this is not me talking shit whatsoever, but it's just the truth, but I physically, mentally, emotionally do not connect to one person there on a real and honest basis. It's like very come and go, it's very co-worker-y, which is fine, but I just feel so empty. When I'm there at that job, it just feels wrong. Like, I feel like I'm betraying myself. I feel like I'm betraying opportunity. I feel really wrong being at my day job. I've been working in this industry for so long. This is not my first rodeo. but it is the first time I've felt such a deep disappointment and sadness and just it's like I know something that I'm not supposed to, but I don't even know the full extent of it. So I'm upset because I'm like, wait, but I thought, I know it's like I'm peeking, like you're peeking over someone's shoulder and you're like, don't fucking tell me I don't see a career and that opportunity and a yes and a callback and a job. I see it. But it's like, how long till you get there? And how much is it going to take? And I just don't know. I question sometimes how much I have in me. Oh God, that's gross. I question how much I have in me. And I'm tested in ways, y'all, I could not even get on this internet and describe the tests. They are extreme. And it's the crazy part is I keep getting right back up and keep going like nothing ever happened.
Another thing that keeps coming up is just the number of applications people are sending out now. We're not talking about applying to 10 jobs and having a rough week. People are talking about dozens and even hundreds, sometimes months of applying to get a couple interviews or an actual response. And honestly, the silence is what gets to people. You spend your time fixing your resume, filling out forms and answering questions, and then nothing. No response, no update, no clear reason. After a certain point, job hunting stops feeling like finding the right fit and starts to feel like pure volume. Like you're throwing applications into the void and hoping something sticks. And with the automated systems and giant applicant pools, a lot of people feel like they're fighting through layers of filters before a real person even sees their application.
Woke up at like 4 something this morning and I was already dreading going to my job. And so I hopped on my computer and I started searching for and applying for jobs. But I wonder if you guys like have experienced this feeling as well. Anytime I'm searching for and applying for jobs online, it's like an overwhelming like frustration that I feel because it's like I'm trying to trade in working at one plantation for the other, knowing that I don't want to do any of these jobs. And it's not that I'm lazy. I've been working since I was 16 years old. I don't have anything left in me to aspire to work any of these jobs. Like getting hired by another company would provide a short-term relief, I guess, because like I will be leaving one job and all the trouble that comes with that one, but then I'm still in this system and having to, work similar hours, do a job that's not my sole purpose or passion, and it's just like it feels like I'm searching for a new plantation, like searching for a new master that'll give me a role to do on their plantation for 8 hours every day. And I know that's probably like a dramatic comparison, but it really does feel that way for me because I'm so over it. I know that like this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. However, it's all I've really known. Like again, working since I was 16, and I learned then that I started working at McDonald's when I was 16. I learned that my time could be traded for low pay. And since that time, like I've obviously like increased my pay, and I've had like jobs where I have had like real like responsibilities and I've had titles that sound like I'm really doing something, but it's all like the same thing to me. Like it's all saying that my time is not worth much. And so I got to figure this out because it's like, yeah, I can leave this job and be happy for a moment, but at the same time, I'm still working 9 to 5. I'm still, I still have a boss. I still have to, work within certain like metrics and KPIs and stuff. And so is there really freedom in leaving the current company I'm at for another one? Or do I finally step outside of this and do my own thing. But what is that? Like I've tried like photography in the past, and I liked it, but it wasn't something that like I wanted to do long term. This is when I was in my 20s, later 20s, and I was finally like, let me learn something new, something outside of my job. And I was able to make a little bit of money from it. I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it's not really for me. It's just a skill that I learned. And then since then, I just like continued working 9 to 5s, but I also, got my real estate license, and I tried to make that work, and it was still not a fit. And so I'm at a point where it's like, I feel so much frustration because it's like, well, what the hell is it? Like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing the type of work that I'm doing now. I'm not really a fit for corporate. 9 to 5s are very difficult for me. Not to say that I'm like special and I can't work like everybody else, but it is very, I don't know. I don't think I have ADHD, but I've definitely like thought about getting an assessment, because it's like I literally like it's very difficult for me. And so now I'm at a place where it's like, okay, do I want to just keep hopping from plantation to plantation, or do I really want to figure out what is like truly for me? And I don't know what that is. And it's really it's a difficult place to be in when I know that like I'm destined for more than what I'm doing, but I don't even know what that is.
Gen Z is not going to work their self to their bones because you're paying them $7 to $15 an hour. Okay, Gen Z is not lazy, they just know their worth. Okay, you guys were making $15 an hour 30 years ago when you could buy a house. Okay, we make $15 an hour now. You can't buy shit. You can't have shit. So yeah, like actually they're not going to work themselves to the bones because you decided that work means everything in your life because you're old and it actually meant something to you because you actually got to benefit from working. But now it doesn't fucking mean anything because people can barely pay their bills. So nobody really gives a fuck that you think that Gen Z is lazy. Lazy my ass. I just don't care because I'm not getting paid enough to. Okay, when you pay people enough, they start caring. When I was making $30 an hour, I don't give a fuck. I was working my ass off. $30, that's where I start working. Before that, I'm not doing any of that shit. You're asking too much. You're asking too much. I can barely pay my bills and you're expecting me to work my ass off? Yeah, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. That might have worked on the boomers. They could buy a house off that. I'm not doing all of that.
I'm sorry, but why am I applying for a job? I'm giving you my resume. I'm giving it to you twice because I'm going to give it to you and then you're going to ask me to fill out my job description. Okay, whatever. I'm going to do all of that, write you a cover letter, and then you're going to give me a 40-minute assessment. A 40-minute assessment that includes parts that say, are you more adaptable to change? Or do you hate your coworkers? Which one are you more like? Okay. And then I have to do one where I have to read a situation and then record myself talking as if I'm talking to a manager about how I would react to a situation. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. And I have applied to this company. I applied to this company last year and I just looked back and I was actually ghosted. So why am I spending an hour of my life applying to a job? This is so stupid. This is so stupid and ridiculous, and I know I'm just gonna immediately be kicked off anyway because AI just doesn't like my resumes apparently. AI reads my resume and they go, oh my gosh, Malia again? I have experience in all the jobs that I'm applying to. Well, just apply to lower level ones. I'm applying to the lowest level of every single freaking company. Don't even come at me. This is actually starting to piss me the F off because why am I, oh my gosh, why do I have to record myself talking as if I'm talking to coworkers? Because I did an assessment for another job and they immediately, the assessment took 30 minutes by the way, they immediately emailed me and said, sorry, you don't have what it takes. Did you even look at my resume? What the frick is an assessment gonna do? The assessment does nothing. The assessment does nothing. Do you like change? Or do you want to quit the company? What? Bull crap.
And then there's the bigger picture problem. A lot of people genuinely feel like companies are hiring less than they say they are because on the surface, everything looks normal. There are job postings everywhere, companies talk about growth, businesses say they're hiring, but applicants keep running into the same patterns. Long delays, interviews dragging on forever, roles getting paused, listings disappearing, positions staying up without anyone seeming to actually get hired. So there's this growing disconnect between what the market looks like and what people are actually experiencing. And when you add layoffs, budget cuts, restructuring, automation, AI, all of that, it starts to make sense why more people are saying the market feels weird right now. Not because of one single thing, but because of a bunch of different factors and things that shifted over time. Oh, but anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, peace out.